So I'm working on this study of the parable of the sower. And for so many years, I always thought this parable was a parable about the sower. But I found that it's actually about the soil. And there's 4 types: the road, the path, thorns, and then good soil. And what Jesus was teaching here is that the word of God is the seed that's being planted. It's the message of the kingdom that's being planted, which produces the fruit of the Spirit. You know, that's something that I'm trying to connect, actually, and that's something I'm working on, this big presentation and this big paper and this big final and all these things. But within doing that, I saw something very, very interesting. I noticed that the disciples pulled Jesus off to the side and asked him privately what this parable meant. And he says, look, everybody gets the same message. Everybody gets those same words that are coming out of a preacher or coming out of a TikTok or something. But there's an understanding that happens that allows for fruit to be grown. And he says, whoever has ears, let them hear. You know, before that sounded very allegorical to me. But now I kind of understand it in a better way. We have to ask God for understanding sometimes. And that's just a legitimate prayer. And honestly, that's a dangerous prayer. Just type that in the chat for me. Say, God, help me understand. And that could be understanding your situation, understanding what you're going through, understanding the word of God. And I think when we get this understanding, we have to protect the seed. It's like a garden, right? Like you go and you plant all your seeds, you know, in the springtime, whenever you're going to plant them. And you have to protect that seed. You don't go back and just start beating the ground to death. No, you go back, you water it, you nurture it, you make sure that it's going to be fruitful. So I just want you to go with me for a second. What Jesus is painting in the parable of the sower is the garden of our hearts. You know, we talked about this earlier this year. And God just reminded me of this while I'm doing this study. That our heart is like a garden. So I just want to ask you today, what do you got planted in your heart? What do you got planted that is allowing all that chaos in your mind to just flourish? And let's ask God right here, right now together. God, please uproot any garbage that I have planted in my soil. Just type that in the chat. God, help me uproot any garbage. That's a dangerous prayer. Listen, I love you guys so much. We're going to be getting these Bible studies going very, very soon. I'm in talks with another fellow Christian about getting a podcast going. I'm telling you, we've got some really good things in the background going. I'm doing deep dive studies into all the parables and it's been a wild year. So I just wanted to give you guys an update that I haven't forgot about you, that I'm still here, that I'm still in the boxing ring, that I'm still fighting. But it has been one crazy year. There's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. You know, I've been really going through it. So I need my soldiers, my prayer warriors to stand up and pray, please. I need you guys to pray for clarity, for understanding. And I really, really love you.